Hello and welcome back to Mind and Money Matters. I'm your host, Kiran, and in today's episode, we're diving into a topic that touches both life and finance, luck and risk. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to find success effortlessly while others, who are just as talented and hardworking, don't seem to catch a break? Well, today, we'll explore the thin line between luck and risk and how these two powerful forces shape our lives more than we realize. Let's start by understanding something crucial. Luck and risk are like siblings. They're both realities that remind us that outcomes in life are guided by factors beyond our control. As NYU professor Scott Galloway says, nothing is as good or as bad as it seems. Think about it. Every achievement we celebrate or every failure we lament isn't entirely the result of our actions alone. There's always an element of chance. Luck, for example, can open doors we never imagined, while risk can slam them shut unexpectedly. Now, let me tell you a fascinating story, one you might already be familiar with, the story of Bill Gates. In 1968, when Gates was just 13 years old, he attended one of the few high schools in the world that had a computer. That was Lakeside School in Seattle. Now here's the wild part. Out of 303 million high school-age students worldwide, only about 300 students attended Lakeside, the school that had the combination of money and foresight to invest in a computer. Gates was one of those 300. Imagine that. In an era when most universities didn't even have computers, Bill Gates had access to one at his high school. Gates has admitted that without Lakeside, there probably wouldn't have been Microsoft. But on the flip side of this luck story is the story of Kent Evans, a name you might not know but should. Kent was one of Gates's best friends and equally brilliant. In fact, Gates himself said that Kent was the top student at Lakeside, and they would spend hours together, talking about their future plans. Gates believed they would build something great together, just like he did later with Paul Allen. But that never happened. Kent died in a mountaineering accident before he even graduated high school. While Gates experienced 1 in a million luck, Kent faced 1 in a million risk. The same force that brought Gates success brought Kent tragedy. This contrast between Gates and Evans reminds us that luck and risk are two sides of the same coin. Both forces guide outcomes that are far beyond our personal control. The reality is, as much as we'd like to believe we are the masters of our destiny, sometimes success comes down to being in the right place at the right time. And sometimes, failure is just a matter of unfortunate circumstances. Now, let's zoom out for a moment and look at the bigger picture. Economist Robert Shiller once said, "The exact role of luck in successful outcomes is something we can't fully know." And that's important to remember, especially when we're tempted to judge others, or even ourselves, too harshly. We often overlook the role of luck when we celebrate someone's success, and we forget the role of risk when we look at someone's failure. So what's the takeaway here? First, be careful who you admire and who you judge. Sometimes the outcomes we see are more influenced by chance than effort. And second, keep in mind that nothing is ever as good or as bad as it seems. Luck and risk are always at play, whether we notice them or not. That's it for today's episode of. I hope today's discussion on luck and risk gave you some food for thought, especially when it comes to understanding the role these forces play in our lives, whether in personal goals, career, or even finances. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below with your take on luck and risk, or share any stories where these forces have played a role in your life. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss an episode. Until next time, I'm Kiran, and this is Stay Curious, Stay Thoughtful, and Take Care.